Benj's scream. The scream you can't forget, no matter how hard you try, no matter the effort you put into it. It stays. It stays with you forever. It won't leave. There was once a boy. He was a young teen. He moved to the small city of Caro, in Michigan. The Great Thumb. Benj's Thumb. I say Benj's Thumb because that is where the great Benj lived and thrived. He ruled the Thumb of Michigan. You could compare Benj to God. You could compare him to Lucifer. You could compare him to the Greek gods. But he doesn't compare to any of them. He's greater than all of them. He rules them all. They all bow down to Benj. They know about his scream. They know about its eternal life. They do all that they can to please their ruler. The boy's name was Joey. Everybody called him Whaley. He was friends with the great Benj. But he didn't know about the scream. Soon he would discover that Benj isn't really who he thinks he is. He would soon find out about the scream. It would soon haunt him for the rest of his existence. Whaley and Benj were inseparable. They talked every day on the computer. They played Minecraft every day with each other. They would always hang out while school was in session. They soon needed a name to symbolize their eternal friendship. Wenj. That is what they chose. One night on Minecraft, they were playing the Hunger Games, a common minigame on Minecraft. They were the last two players. The deathmatch had started, and they were looking at each other. Which one would win? Whaley asked, "Mind if we actually do a real battle?" Benj had already knew what would happen this night. Benj replied with an unusually different tone in his voice. "Of course, be delighted." Whaley was a bit stunned. He shrugged off the unknown tone in Benj's voice, and they went and fought. Whaley came out victorious in the Hunger Games, but Benj was the real victor. After the battle, Whaley tried to communicate with Benj. Benj wouldn't answer. Whaley thought to himself, strange, but his mic probably got unplugged and he doesn't notice. After a few minutes, Whaley typed to Benj on Skype. The message said, "Hey Benj, did you accidentally unplug your mic? I can't hear you." But suddenly, Benj's Skype went offline. Huh, Whaley thought to himself. Even though Benj's Skype was offline, he was still on the call. But after a few minutes of sitting in silence, Whaley finally said, "Come on, Benj, answer, please." He repeated himself about 4 times before finally, Whaley ended the Skype call, thinking that maybe Benj got angry and went to sleep. But what he doesn't know is that Benj doesn't sleep. Benj is always awake, listening, watching. Whaley watched a few videos and then finally decided to call it a night. He checked to see if Benj was online. Negative. Whaley was about to hit shutdown, but he suddenly got a call from someone whose name was unknown. He was hesitant to pick up, but finally he decided that he could stay for a few more seconds. Answering the phone was probably the worst thing he could possibly do. As soon as Whaley answered the phone, a familiar voice was transmitted through the mic to Whaley's headset. He was so happy Benj had finally gotten back on. The only problem was that Benj's voice sounded distorted. "We're in a little bit of lag," Whaley said to Benj. But after that, the call ended. Whaley was tired of Benj's shenanigans and decided it was time to go upstairs. If only he would have shut his computer off. Whaley made himself a sandwich. He quietly walked back down the stairs so he wouldn't wake anybody up. As he got to his room, he noticed he forgot to shut his computer down. Silly me, Whaley thought to himself. He sat down, closed out of everything, and it shut down. He then heard something fall off of his dresser. Whaley thought it could be his cat. He was still eating his sandwich, which could be why the cat was in there, but that cat has never came into his room before. Whaley turned around smiling. That was the last smile of Whaley's existence. As he turned around, he saw Benj. He was on all fours. Whaley exclaimed out loud, "Benj, what the heck?" Before Whaley could say another word, Benj let out a screech, the scream. Whaley was paralyzed for a few moments. His ears were bleeding, his head throbbing, he was crying in pain and agony. He finally muscled up the strength to open his eyes. Benj's face was there. He was staring at Whaley, eye to eye. Benj once again let out the scream, and Whaley was out cold. He soon woke up 2 days later, in the hospital. The doctor said that he must have fallen and hit his head, explaining the bruise on the brain. But all Whaley could hear was the scream. Benj had haunted him. He left his mark on him. Whaley soon was forced to stay with Benj as friends. Benj made Whaley do everything for him. He even soon forced Whaley to make videos with him. Benj's scream won't leave Whaley. Whaley can't leave it. It won't rid of itself. It's eternal, living on forever, in Whaley and the other victims. You may be wondering how I know of Benj. You may be wondering how I know of it. Well, I am Whaley. I am a victim. It is ringing in my ears. It won't stop. Help me. I need help. He's coming back. Kill me. He won't let me do it myself. There's no way out. I can't take this anymore. My ears bleed every day. My brain hurts every second of every minute. Save yourself. Please. Beware of the Benj. He is always watching over you, no matter where you live, no matter who you are. He will come for you. Beware of the scream. Benj's scream. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like. It really means a lot to me. This was pre-written by myself. So, yeah. First writing of really anything that has to do with creepypastas or anything. But once again, thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the scream at the end from Benj, shout out to Benj. And just enjoyed this in general, make sure to drop a like. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.